just didn't think about it.
Yes. I missed everybody yesterday. We weren't live for the first time since I've been here.
On a Tuesday.
Yeah, like we have been live on a Tuesday every week since 2022, even before then.
Yeah.
So we're on a new schedule, if y'all haven't noticed yet.
Yeah.
Like we're on a different posting schedule and a different live schedule, but we will be here every Wednesday live.
Which is sure going to be here live every single Wednesday. So make sure that you come with us, come check us out.
Yes.
We have not started. I know that Tanner talked about it, but we have not officially started our podcast yet.
Mm-hmm.
But that's going to be really, really exciting. That's going to be on Mondays.
Yes.
So when we get that up and running, we're definitely going to let you guys know about that.
And it looks so cool in there.
Yeah, so we've been redoing our studio. Courtney yesterday gave me a heart attack.
Literally, and everyone else in the office because we were going to suffocate from
She was back there. I won't call out her transgressions, but she was back there
doing stuff.
She was getting stuff done.
She was getting stuff done. And she was just she was just trying to get in there and get it whooped, and she did.
And she did.
She got it done.
After I gave her a respirator.
So it's looking really good. We're super excited about that.
Yeah.
But today we're going to be talking about vinyl. I feel like everyone wants to know what vinyl we like, what vinyl we don't like. Yeah. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And Lauren has all of it laid out over there.
And we really, at the first of the year, in case you all haven't noticed, we really like to start gearing things a little more back to the basics, back to beginners, so that you all can not only get a refresh, but those that maybe got Cricuts over the holidays can start diving into what they need to get, what they do, what they don't need to get, not overstocking on things that they're not going to end up using.
Right.
And we're just really taking it back to the beginners here.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about all things vinyl, what you can put on certain surfaces, what you can't put on other surfaces. We do have a few examples for you guys today. It's also one of those, it's kind of going to be more like a mini live. Now, we did at the very end of the year, we started talking about mini lives and things like that. So this is where we just kind of chit chat. We don't have a set project that we're going to do today. We're just going to talk about vinyl do's and don'ts, what to use it on.
Answer your questions.
Answer all of your questions. You all, I know you all have plenty of questions. We are running a sale right now for our Makers Gonna Learn membership. That is our flagship membership. We are using code BEST for $40 off. What that gets you is access to all of the thousands of cut files, hundreds of fonts, education that we have to teach you how to use your Cricut if you are new to Cricketing and you are very confused, you don't know where to go from here. What we do is we give you the tools that you need to get your Cricut out and start using, but we also give you the whole thing is inspiration, education, and motivation to get it out and start using it. So that is, make sure if you decide you want to hop on the flagship membership, which is the Makers Gonna Learn bandwagon, make sure you use that code BEST for $40 off. If for some reason you forget to use the code BEST, y'all, no worries. Email customer service hi@makersgonnalearn.com and they can make sure that you get your $40 off.
And you're going to get the printed Cricut reference guide and a mystery gift.
How did I forget about that?
Yeah, that's
I don't think
huge.
It's a mystery anymore.
Well, so we had one thing we were doing, and then we have another thing that we might be tossing in as well, but we don't know when. So it could be one thing or the other. So we just we don't want to tell you that you're going to get one thing and you get something else. But they're both equally amazing. So surprise gift and a reference guide. So
honestly, is that reference guide over there? This reference guide is something that I personally go back to time and time again. It's not in here. I can show it to you later. But that is going to be for our newbies and for people who use the Cricut every day. Like for me, it's something that you're going to go and grab every single time you turn around.
You don't have to like go Google and, how do I cut this? What settings do I cut this on? We've put it in a book for you all. It's the most up-to-date that you could possibly get in Design Space, which is super helpful. So if you all sign up today using code BEST, you're going to receive that reference guide and you'll receive the mystery gift, which is super amazing. So very exciting. Flora says, I got some new vinyl at Michael's on sale. Caesar easyweed for my new Cricut maker.
Yes, we do love Caesar easyweed.
And if we posted a TikTok about it this morning, actually Sadie posted one, and it was the Mean Girls, Regina George, Lindsay Lohan talking about Regina George. It's like my favorite. Y'all, if you haven't seen Mean Girls, it's like my favorite movie ever. It's so funny.
I do love Mean Girls.
Okay, should we just jump right into it?
I say let's just go ahead and start talking about vinyls. And you all, what I want to do before we jump over to the table, start getting your questions ready.
Yes.
So that you all can ask. If you all know me, you know that I like to experiment on some things. So if there is a question you have about, will it adhere to this? Will it apply to that?
Who knows what'll happen?
We might be mad scientists here. So, yay. So let's hop on over here.
Okay.
And let's talk about all of the different vinyls that we have. So here are some of our favorites. We have a mixture. Permanent vinyl, removable vinyl, HTV. I'm sure you all are wondering, especially if you're new, what is the difference? Oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. Do you hear us saying acronyms and calling things and you're just like, what are they saying?
Like, what are we even talking about?
What are you even talking about? Okay, so if you are wanting to use HTV, that is heat transfer vinyl. That's what you do have to have a heat source to transfer it onto your blank. That can be some type of shirt or like cotton material. That can be, we use HTV on wood. You can use HTV on like the metal pie pans. There are so many different things that you can use HTV on, but you do have to use heat to transfer that vinyl, okay? So when we say HTV, let me pull a sheet out. This is what we mean by HTV. We'll go overhead. So the HTV doesn't have a backing on it, or like not a typical backing that you would see like a paper backing. This is what HTV is. So there is a shiny side and there is a matte side. So for our newbies, just so you guys understand, when you are cutting HTV, you have to cut with this shiny side down. And the reason that you have to do that is because this shiny side is it's like built-in transfer tape. So you don't have to have separate transfer tape for this. You will cut it shiny side down, make sure the mirror is turned on so that when you flip it back over the correct way, it reads correctly. Okay, is everybody getting that? Are we good with that? So HTV, you do have to cut with the mirror on and shiny side down, okay? Crafty Karen asked, what is the best way to store your vinyl? That is a great question because there are so many different ways that you can store your vinyl. If you have 12 by 12 sheets like we have here, we have found that the best way to store the 12 by 12 sheets is to get I think they're Rubbermaid.
Yeah,
right?
I think they're a Rubbermaid brand.
So they're Rubbermaid brand like plastic drawers that you just pull out and they fit the 12 by 12 sheets in perfectly.
It's like the most satisfying organization that we have in the craft room.
Truly, it is. It's my favorite. Now, if you wanted to get really technical, you could get plenty of drawers and divide it out by colors. We have it by like groups of 3. So I think we have one that's like red, orange, yellow, blue, green, purple, brown and cream, black, white, gray, things like that. So you kind of keep them together. But that is the best way that we have found to store for the 12 by 12 sheets. Now, these big rolls,
we have a different area for those.
Yes, we do have a different area for these. Now, what we have are just like metal baskets that you can get hooks and like mount them on the wall, and we're just sticking those in the metal baskets. It can kind of get messy sometimes. A lot of times.
It's not
It's not that bad.
It's not my favorite, but it works. And the best thing about it is that we can see almost all of the colors because they're literally like on the wall.
Yeah.
Like you can just see them out.
And I will say that I tend to go to the colors that are hanging on our wall.
Right.
9 times out of 10 rather than going over to the drawer and pulling it out. But that's just because it's right there in my face.
Exactly.
Like literally no other reason.
Yeah.
But those are 2 really good options. We also had a TikTok or did an Instagram where you can take the shower rings that you can get from Dollar Tree and you can place them all, like zip tie them all together. And then you can like stick them through, and that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have one. I would tell you to go grab it, but I think I've taken it apart at this point.
Yeah.
But that's another way you can store vinyl. There's so many different ways that you can.
Regina is asking about the ref guide. So she's a repeat member.
Yes.
So if you are a member already and you don't know if you've been grandfathered in, so you'll hear us say, if you're grandfathered in, you can get the ref guide. Make sure to email hi@makersgonnalearn.com and check with them. They can let you know if you're already grandfathered in at the best rate. And so if you aren't for whatever reason, you can go ahead and get in at that grandfathered rate, even if you're not due to pay your like yearly payment, and it will carry over into the next year, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So I would just email Regina. I would email hi@makersgonnalearn.com. Request that if you are grandfathered in, we'll send it right to you. If not, they can assist you with getting grandfathered in if that's something that you prefer or would want to do.
Yes.
So we did have a lot of good questions that I do want to address before we go on into this. So if you'll scroll up for me, Sadie, really quick. Someone asked, going up. That one is a good one, and I think that's, so do you prefer using HTV over permanent vinyl if using an applicable surface? That is, Nikita, that is a great question, and then you can scroll on down. I think there was another one that asked, does vinyl, HTV or vinyl expire? Okay, so let's address both of those questions. If I have an option to choose HTV over permanent vinyl on an applicable surface, I'm gonna go HTV.
Right.
9 times out of 10, I'm gonna go HTV. There are some instances where I can't get my heat source into like cracks and crevices, so I may have to do permanent, but if I have an option, I'm going to go HTV over permanent. HTV is a thinner vinyl. To me, it seems to, I feel like it sticks to surfaces a lot easier. Or not easier, but I feel like it stays a little better. Like there's not going to be an edge that it gets caught on and ripped off.
Right.
So if it were, that is just my personal opinion. And I think, Alicia, you kind of have the same idea. If you have a chance, or if you had an option, you would go HTV over permanent.
Right. And I think that that's something that people learn with experience, because a lot of Cricut newbies only think that there's adhesive vinyl, and you can get into more of difference between permanent, removable, adhesive vinyls.
Yes.
But I think whenever people get Cricuts, they think, okay, I need permanent vinyl, and that's all. And then you're like, wait, what's HTV? But HTV really, it weeds better, it adheres better, it stays longer. And that's why I tend to gravitate to HTV over permanent vinyl.
Yes.
But I think a beginner typically does not think that. They think they need to use the sticky vinyl, and you can kind of tell them how you feel about that too.
So with that being said, let's talk about this project that we have right here. And I knew I was going to get that question.
Does it expire?
No, not expire, but stainless steel tumblers.
Oh, yeah.
So this is put on with permanent vinyl onto this little, I guess, container. One thing that I want to talk about real quick is somebody asked, does HTV expire? Or does permanent vinyl expire? And yes, y'all, look how easy. This was supposed to be the Oracal 6. It's supposed to be the 651?
I think it was the 651. I'm pretty sure.
So in case y'all didn't know, Oracal has a lot of different numbers. I personally do think that it expires because once it sits for so long, it just doesn't become sticky anymore. Like you can still feel it sticky, but it's just not, like there's not even a residue left on this.
Right. And you can apply permanent vinyl to bamboo and wood like that, and it should stick.
Yes. It should not come up this easy.
Yeah.
Not this easy.
So if you find that you've got some random color sitting around and you're like, oh, I'm going to use that today, and you've had it for a few years and you're like, oh, it's not sticking. A lot of times it'll stay stuck to the transfer paper even. That's a good sign to know, like, oh, the stickiness is like gone. And you were saying earlier, 631 lasts 3 years, 651 lasts 5 years.
Okay, so let's talk about this. A lot of people like Oracal. Let me take this off and then we'll go to number 1 and I'll talk about that. So a lot of people like Oracal permanent vinyl, and so do we. We're not hating on Oracal permanent vinyl. I've not had any issues. The only issues I've had is that when it gets after so many years, which this vinyl could have easily been here for 3+ years.
Right.
And that could be really the life of it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yes, Donna, what I was pulling off was permanent vinyl. It was supposed to be Oracal 651. However, if you all don't know the difference, Oracal has a lot of different numbers. So let's turn this over and I want to show you. So this has Oracal 631 and this is Oracal 651. In case you all didn't know, the 631 is technically their removable matte vinyl, okay? So when I say removable, this is still going to be semi-permanent. It's not going to be like, oh, it comes up at nothing. But because it is a matte vinyl, it's technically considered removable matte, okay? This is a glossy vinyl. So this is a 651. The 631, if you look on their website, they have a shelf life or a year. They tell you how many years it should last. And the 631 has about a 3-year shelf life, I guess you could call it, and then it starts to deteriorate. The 651 is their intermediate cowl, which is a 2.5-inch thickness.
I think your mic's cutting out, Lauren. It's good now. Oh, is it fine now? Yeah. Okay. Keep on going.
Okay.
Everyone's like, your voice is going in and out.
Oh.
Okay. We back. We back.
So we back. Did we? Okay. But anyway, the 651 has a 6-year shelf life or 6-year life when you put it on something. So that's going to be the biggest difference between, and I think there's other numbers that Oracal has. Yeah. Honestly, it's just
that's not. We just don't really use a lot of their brand anymore. Yeah. We don't use it as we lean to Starcraft. We lean to Starcraft a lot, and also Lauren will be talking about like different brands. So there's brands, and then there's types of vinyl. So in my brain, I have to like put them in their own boxes. So there's like the Oracal is a brand.
Yes.
The number is the type of vinyl.
Yes.
And then there's like Starcraft is a brand, and they have different types of vinyl.
Yes. So let's not get confused. I wish I had my board. I wish I had a board in here.
I know.
So I could put it up here.
Yeah.
Do you want to go grab? Is it in Tanner's office?
You want to use the vibe board?
Yeah, I want to use not the vibe board, just the dry erase board. Oh, the dry erase.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Well, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Well, maybe we can put something together so that people aren't super confused, that we can put on the member website.
Do we have a piece of paper real quick?
Open that top drawer, Lauren. There might be some in the...
I want to make a chart for you guys so that we can really talk about... Here we go. This says Tanner Bell. It's a Maker U certificate, but we'll talk about it. We're going to separate them out.
We'll give him a new one.
We'll make him a new one. Okay? So let's go overhead and let's talk about the differences, because I don't want you to get confused with brands and types. So type, we have HTV on this side, and we have permanent. And we call permanent, whether it's removable matte or whatever, we call it all permanent vinyl, okay?
Or adhesive vinyl.
Or let's do that. Let's take permanent. Let's do adhesive. Adhesive vinyl, okay? HTV adhesive. We just talked about Oracal. Oracal is going to be adhesive. So we've got Oracal 631 and Oracal 651 that we've talked about. Those are adhesive vinyls. So what you do is you cut them with the color facing up, no mirror, and you do have to use transfer tape for these. And to get them to adhere, it's like a pressure sensitive. When you press it on there, the adhesion on the back adheres to your blank.
It's like a sticker.
Okay? Yes. And we were talking about life expectancy after they applied. They don't put a manufacturer date on the vinyl, but vinyl, in our opinion, after it sits, so the pink, I was talking to everybody earlier, the pink that we have on this had sit for probably about 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
It was hard to weed. We couldn't get it to stick. So we finally did, but let's talk about, we'll do life expectancy, I guess you could say, on the 631 is 3 years. And on the 651 is 6, they say on there 6+, I think 6 is pushing it, okay? So those are the 2 that we've talked about so far. Now I'll move my little doodad over here and we'll bring it back out when we need to, okay? So we've talked about Oracal. Now, somebody said something about Caesar easyweed. Caesar easyweed is personally my favorite heat transfer vinyl.
It's personally my favorite heat transfer vinyl too. And if I'm comparing it to any, like even adhesive vinyl, if I can use Caesar easyweed HTV, I'm gonna try to pick that.
Yes.
It's my favorite vinyl, like across the board.
Okay, so let's pull this out. We're gonna put Caesar under HTV, okay? So it's a heat transfer. Somebody also asked earlier, can you apply heat to the permanent? If you applied heat to permanent vinyl, it's just gonna melt. It's just gonna melt. That's just how it is. It's not made to, it's not always gonna melt. You can apply HTV on top of permanent,
right,
but it has to be very low heat, okay?
Yeah.
Or it will melt.
So Lauren, I have a question.
Okay.
So Caesar makes permanent vinyl too. So should we put easyweed by Caesar, just to clarify?
Let's put easyweed by the Caesar, okay?
So when y'all go shopping, make sure that you're shopping. And I think in one of our lives in boot camp last week, we got on the 143 website and explained, like, you're gonna go to this section to buy permanent vinyl and you need to go to this section to buy heat transfer vinyl, because it's really easy to get them mixed up, especially when you're just starting.
Yes. Yes, and I think that Oracal has a heat transfer vinyl, don't they?
Probably. If I had to guess, they did.
Is it the 8?
I'm gonna look really quick.
It's not the 851. I think the 851 is like a transparent. But anyway, I know that before I started working here, I used a different brand, and I'm pretty sure it was Oracal that I used for the heat transfer vinyl. No.
What was it?
I'm pretty sure Oracal made a heat transfer vinyl.
I think they have some on here. I'm trying to see I'm trying to find it.
Or maybe they don't. Maybe the Oracal, y'all, it's been years since I taught myself, so.
I don't know. I'm just seeing 631 and 651.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I used to use the stencil vinyl from Oracal.
Yeah.
And it's really good.
Maybe I used the Cricut vinyl, and that's what it was. I used the Cricut heat transfer vinyl. Not a fan. Not a fan. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Normally, and I feel like I've been calling my mom out a lot here recently, but it's just like real life examples.
Oh, no.
So she got a Cricut. I'm not calling her out. She got a Cricut the other day, and she was like, oh, well, I need this Cricut material. I need this Cricut material. I'm like, just because you have a Cricut doesn't mean you have to use Cricut material.
Right.
Okay? That's the case with this. Please don't, do not, just because you have a Cricut doesn't mean you have to get their brand of material, because in our opinion, it just doesn't work as good. So HTV, Caesar easyweed for your regular HTV. Now, with that being said, Caesar has all kinds of different types of heat transfer vinyl. And I don't want to get you guys confused today, but there are so many different kinds of heat transfer vinyls. I want you to really get confident with just using regular heat transfer vinyl. So let's leave it at that for today. Somebody asked if we made this. Yes, this is a Dollar Tree pizza pan that Alicia made. She made it out of the
shelf liners.
The shelf liner.
Yeah, or it's the peel and stick wallpaper from Dollar Tree.
Peel and stick wallpaper, jute, Dollar Tree ribbon, and is that that's HTV? No, it's permanent.
It's permanent vinyl, actually.
It's permanent. Yeah. So
that's just a Dollar Tree project we put together.
Tamara says, I love HTV Ront. Your thoughts? So I'm just going to be real honest. We haven't tried out a bunch of HTV Ront just yet. We do have the HTV Ront heat press. I like it.
And their printable vinyl is amazing.
Which one is that?
It's HTV Ront printable vinyl, and they have in the orange envelope, or there's a white envelope and an orange envelope. They're really good.
They're printable vinyl, which is the same as like printable sticker paper.
Yeah.
Love it. I have also used their clear HTV for sublimation, which I really like. That way you can sublimate on cotton. But as far as other vinyls, like their regular HTV, I have not used. I've not used HTV Ront.
I haven't either.
Other than their clear vinyl and their printable sticker paper.
I haven't even.
And we love it so far.
I know. Well, we should order some of their vinyl. I didn't realize that they had like colored vinyl. Is it heat transfer or permanent or both?
They should have HTV like all different colors.
Okay.
Dawn says HTV Ront is great. They use it all the time.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll order some then.
Listen, things here at Maker's Gonna Learn, for those that have been around, that have seen us, been with us, you all know that we are ever changing. We are ever merging into different things that we like. If you all have suggestions, we take those suggestions, we try them out. A lot of times our minds will change. Speaking of changing minds, we're going to go into our next vinyl.
Okay.
Since we've talked about minds changing. And we are going to talk about Techwrap vinyls.
I knew you were going to talk about Techwrap.
Let's talk about Techwrap
We've had a tumultuous relationship with Techwrap vinyl.
We did. It started out, so before we start talking about it, Techwrap is an adhesive vinyl, okay? It's a brand of adhesive vinyl. So Techwrap is going to go over here on this side of our chart. Techwrap adhesive vinyl. Kathy says, I've only used Cricut. Kathy, you got to.
Oh, Kathy, it's time. It's a new year. It's time to expand your horizons. Wings. Yes, I agree.
It's time to spread your wings. So we also have a couple more questions before we start talking about Techwrap. Oma says, sorry, but what is HTV Ront? I did not put that on the chart. So HTV Ront has HTV. It is a brand. HTV Ront is a brand for HTV. Okay? Patty says take off the extra film. Yes, Patty, you do have to take off the extra film.
Yeah, first and foremost, everybody, if you buy Techwrap, take off the extra film. It'll ruin your project.
Yep. So, once again, HTV Ront is HTV, Techwrap is adhesive.
They do have HTV Techwrap, though, I've used.
They do?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I used it, and it actually cut. I had issues.
Where did you get it at? Do we have it here?
We have some, and I used it. If y'all remember, I posted those boxes I made, those file boxes for Ruby and Hallie, and I did their names on the front.
Yes.
And I want to say they were HTV. Maybe they weren't.
I don't think they were.
Now I'm feeling like, why would I do HTV on plastic?
I don't think they were.
You're right.
They were adhesive.
Lauren, I swear I've got an HTV from Techwrap. I'm going to go outside and look.
Go look.
Because I think I got some.
Go look. Okay. Francis also said HTV Ront's adhesive vinyl is great as well. I have to add HTV Ront to the adhesive side. Okay. Yes, love-hate relationship with Techwrap. At first, when I first used it, it cut absolutely beautifully. I had no issues. It cut like butter. I don't know what I did different, but the first couple times it was great. However, it progressively started getting worse. What? And we were like, I'm done. We're not doing it. I hate it. It's terrible. Don't like it. But I was like, the colors are so pretty. I don't want to go away because Techwrap colors are beautiful.
Am I crazy, or are these neons from Techwrap? Because I feel like they came in that box and we got all of that pretty new vinyl because Techwrap has the most beautiful colors.
Someone is saying Techwrap has HTV. They check the notes?
Yeah. Yeah,
but I don't know if we have any.
We don't know if we have
I think
any.
this is.
Okay.
I feel like maybe those fluorescents are from them because, you know, Techwrap has the most bomb colors.
Yeah,
like
well,
whoever's picking their colors has got it figured out.
If these fluorescents are from them, I know they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Like I know they weed nice because I have done a couple projects with them. But anyways, back to the adhesive vinyl with Techwrap, okay? First things first, if you don't know, they have a film, which this one does not. I have taken the film off of this one, okay? But this one is a clear, like, pattern on it. It's not white. But most of the Techwraps have a film over top of them. I wonder if this pink one, this is a Techwrap. I bet
sometimes you think.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
here we go. If you don't know this, Techwrap has a film over top of it that you have to take off before you start cutting.
I just know their customer service gets complaints about that all the
they've
time.
got to get complaints about that so much.
I get it. Like, I get the purpose of it, but
I get it. It's to protect this because that is such a shiny surface.
I know.
Like, imagine that getting, like, scratched.
Right.
So I get it. I get why you have a film over it. But Jan says she bought those same neon colors from 143.
Okay, Jan, you're probably right, honestly. I'm just tripping
We have
here.
so much.
We do, and it's all like mixed together.
Yeah.
So we don't sort by brand, we sort by material. Yeah.
So Techwrap does have this. Another thing that I want to tell you guys, and I may have you run out there and grab it. It should be in that pull-out drawer.
What is it?
Their little thing that comes with it.
The Techwrap?
Their little insert.
Oh, yes. I know.
So we were doing a Techwrap review video for those that did not watch it. We did a Techwrap review video 3 or 4 months ago, and I was saying, I don't know about it. I was literally in the middle of saying, I'm not really a fan of it. And then I looked, and there is an insert inside, sandwiched in between all of the vinyls. There is an insert that will tell you what to cut your Techwrap on. So what you have to do is you have to go into your settings in Cricut. You have to add a new material just for Techwrap. New material just for Techwrap for it to cut super smooth. Otherwise, it just doesn't cut great. But once you get that in there, it's phenomenal. Literally no problems at all. Weeds, great. Cuts, beautifully. It's insane. Finally found it?
Yes.
So this little thing, this thing right here is what was sandwiched, like in between the vinyls. So when I pulled it out, I didn't see it. And then I was just looking through them and it fell out. So we'll go overhead. And this is what it tells you. So it tells you if you are working with the 01 series, which is their just normal, regular colors. Your color change, they have glow in the dark. This is gonna be the reflective. They have the opal, holographic, mirror chrome, pattern texture right here, metallic plaid. Those are all gonna be cut on the same settings, okay? So what you have to do is you have to go in and you have to change. Now, I know for like, you can set your blade and speed and pressure with the silhouette, but with the maker, you have to go in there and you have to set it at a pressure of 180 to 185, which if you all don't know, regular vinyl cuts at like a 120 something. So it's like a lot. The pressure is a lot more for the Techwrap vinyl.
Right.
Okay?
And I'm gonna drop the link to the video where Lauren goes into detail on Techwrap and how to change your cut settings, because the Techwrap vinyl is such good quality and the colors are amazing. And I don't want you all to feel like you don't want to use it because you're scared by like changing your cut settings, because Lauren shows you how to do it in this video and it's super helpful.
No, it's very, very easy to add in a new cut setting, set it to your favorites. Not hard at all. So don't be, because this specific pattern vinyl is probably one of my favorites. We have it in gold, and for the fall, it looks like leaves, and it's just, I don't know. It's my favorite. It is my fave.
Yes, I love it.
Yes, Tina says, I remember that live you taught how to add the materials, and I never knew you could do that. Tina, do you want me to let you in on a little secret? I kind of figured that out while we were on the live myself. I mean, I saw it, like, I knew
confidence
you could.
is key.
I knew you could do it. I had never had to do it, but I knew you could. But then, so I kind of figured it out with you guys and just taught you as I was teaching myself.
It do be like that sometimes.
It be like that sometimes. I don't know. So, we have not talked about this guy.
Okay.
This is the next vinyl that we want to talk about, and I just brought in a big roll that we have, and this is Starcraft vinyl. So I would think Starcraft is going to be, now does Starcraft, check on 143, does Starcraft have HTV? I don't think they do. I think they just
they do.
They do.
They have the soft flex, foils, 3D puff, and then they have just heat transfer adhesive.
Okay.
So, yeah, but we don't purchase Starcraft heat transfer for anything.
So, one thing I want to say, I have our chart keeping our brands and our types separate, but just because I have put something in here does not mean that there's a possibility. So, for example, Techwrap has both permanent and HTV. I put it under permanent because that's what we've used.
Right.
Starcraft has both HTV and permanent. I'm probably going to put it under permanent just because that's what we use the most of.
Right.
But Starcraft is great. Jackie says, which HTV brand is best for pot holders / tea towels?
Caesar, easyweed.
Caesar, yes, but it would, I'm putting Starcraft down here. My only thing, if you're putting HTV on a pot holder that you're going to use, just know that HTV is probably going to come off.
Right.
Pot holder, HTV on a pot holder needs to be a decorative pot holder only.
Yes.
Because it has the heat. So because it is heat activated, just the same as if you're wanting to take HTV off, you heat activate the back of it and you can take it off. Mm-hmm. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Laura asked, did you already do a video comparison between HTV brands? If we have a comparison between HTV brands, it would probably be pretty far back in the archives. That might be something that we can add to our list to do a comparison of the different brands side by side. We were just really wanting to talk to you about our favorites in today's video and talk about the comparisons that we have. But the only other ones that we have used is I've used the Cricut Sports Flex before.
Yes.
And
the soft flex.
That's the Caesar or Starcraft soft flex or Caesar?
The Caesar soft flex I have used. The Starcraft soft flex I have not used.
Yeah. I don't know. The soft flex, of course, with the soft flex, it has to be on like a polyester material. It doesn't stick as well to cotton. Actually, it's not supposed to stick really at all to cotton. So the soft flex is made for like stretchy polyester type material. Just keep that in mind. There was somebody else that had a question. Can I use HTV for tumblers? We do have a video applying HTV to stainless steel tumblers, but we're also going to be doing an updated video. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, we are.
We are going to be doing an updated video applying HTV to stainless steel tumblers. Y'all,
Lauren.
I don't have words today. I was talking to Alicia.
I can't even remember what you said.
I was talking to her
craft
about
hacks. You were trying to say craft hacks.
And I was dead serious. And in my mind, she started laughing at me, and I was like, "Why is she laughing at me? I didn't say anything wrong."
You said,
but I was talking about paper craft hacks, but it come out as paper after cracks.
After cracks.
Half cracks.
And we were
I was
dying.
like, huh?
We were cracking up. My computer just died.
Oh, goodness.
I'll be back. You'll have to answer questions from the monitor.
Yes. I used HTV on glass wine bottles, and it was awesome. Yes, you can use HTV on glass. We also had somebody ask if they could use HTV on ceramic tiles. That was at the top of the show. And you can use HTV on ceramic tiles. However, what you have to think about with ceramic is the bottom or the ceramic doesn't get hot as fast as the heat source that you're taking it or that you're putting on top of it. So you kind of, it's a game that you have to play to heat it up enough to where it will stick. My advice is if you're doing HTV on ceramic, heat up your ceramic first. Then with like heat resistant gloves, lay your HTV down and then do HTV on top of it. That way it will adhere better and come up, okay?
Yeah.
Because that's the same with sublimating on, if you can sublimate on, which we're not going to go into sublimation, but you can sublimate on ceramic tiles, but you have to heat the tile up kind of from the inside out for it to really take that color.
Like really heat it. Like
Yes.
really hot.
Yes. Do we have a video using Inkscape for the sticker hack? Are you talking about the full 8.5 by 11 size sticker using Inkscape? No, we do not have a video on that I know of.
No, we don't.
We do not. Okay. We can't get many of the brands. I use Frog Vinyl mainly because we don't have Caesar or 143. Yeah, so we might, Michelle, that might be a really good idea about researching other brands that are not within the U.S.
Yeah.
I don't know if we could, if you can't get your hands on the brands that we have, I don't know if we could get our hands on their brands to test them out.
I know, but we can look. We can look and see.
We're all the time looking.
Yeah.
Can you explain the difference from Caesar easyweed and easyweed stretch? So, Michelle, great question. Caesar easyweed is your basic Caesar heat transfer vinyl. It's going to have a little bit of stretch in it, but it's not going to have a ton. So the easyweed stretch, it's the same Caesar easyweed. It just has more added stretch to it. So if you are putting it on a stretchy shirt or a stretchy fabric, it's going to stretch a lot better and look better and not give you ripples in the shirt when it does stretch.
Yeah.
Okay? Can you sublimate on flannel fabric? We're not talking about sublimation today, but unless you have some type of
polyester,
polymer, or like a clear HTV on it, you cannot, because flannel is a cotton material. As I throw my pen, y'all, I can't bend over either.
Lauren's been working out in the new year.
Zindy vinyl, Alicia, that is a new one. Let's add it to the list of things to look for.
So frog vinyl and Zindy
Frog vinyl and Zindy vinyl.
Okay, I'm here for it.
I'm writing it on the back of Tanner's little thing.
Yeah, I hope he's okay with
Zindy. We'll make him a new one.
Yeah, we'll get some, try out some new vinyls. Is Zindy vinyl in another, is that American?
I don't know.
Like, is it made in the US?
Is that a U.S. brand? Is that a brand we need to test out here? Melissa also asked, can you please explain which is best for tumblers? That is really going to depend on what you're doing. What you're doing.
Yeah, I agree.
Who you're doing it for. Are you doing it for yourself? Are you doing it for someone else?
Are you putting epoxy over it or not?
Are you selling it? So this is, we'll show you this one. Oh, wait, hold on. I think her little mouth is messed up a little bit.
Well, she's been in that box over there, so.
So this is just a, this is regular vinyl, but it is a very intricate cut.
That's Starcraft white Starcraft vinyl.
Yeah, this is white Starcraft vinyl. Once again, it's staying very well. You all can see it's staying very well.
I wouldn't trust any other permanent vinyl to cut anything like that, ever.
No.
I would not use any other vinyl besides Starcraft.
Okay, which is better for canvases?
Probably HTV.
Permanent or HTV?
Probably HTV. I haven't done a lot of that.
I would think.
But I would think HTV, just because canvas is like technically like a fabric. And I feel like with textiles, HTV is going to be your best bet.
Yeah.
Usually.
Unless it's a coated canvas.
I know. It's like.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Is it a coated
like, does
canvas?
it have paint on it already?
Canvas, or is it?
It just depends. There's a lot of variables that go into it.
Did you drop the link for the video for the Techwrap?
Yes.
Okay.
It's up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll redrop it
up.
as soon as my computer comes back on.
We also asked, have we tried Color Spark by Rhinestone World? Nope. Add that to the
Color
list.
Spark.
And somebody else just said Color Spark. Oh wait, that's the same person. Color Spark.
Okay, Color Spark from Rhinestone World.
Okay.
I love Rhinestone World. I like what they're doing over there. We did a video on rhinestones, but a lot of people want to do more. Lots of people want to learn about the rhinestones.
They want to learn about the rhinestones. So what have we not covered?
Okay.
Starcraft, permanent, Caesar easyweed HTV. We've talked about Oracal. I mean, we have glitter HTV.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Y'all just know it's harder to cut when you just know that glitter is harder to cut.
Yep.
Techwrap, Oracal.
Dollar Tree. We should have just
Tree.
addressed it while we're talking about
We
vinyls.
don't have any Dollar Tree vinyl.
I wonder why.
So Tanner did a video with Dollar Tree vinyl. We don't hate Dollar Tree vinyl. Let me just say that Dollar Tree vinyl shocked him, I think, when he did the video.
Yeah.
It was better quality than he expected. However, it's a really thin material. But it's one of those that I would not do it on a project unless I knew I was going to be like tossing that project, like it was going to be a quick project.
Yes.
So Dollar Tree vinyl would be great if you are into, and I feel like my mind is in like the Christmas season. If you wanted to like cut out people's names for their presents or for tags or things like that, great for that because it's not going to be very long lasting.
And you're not putting a lot of money into it either. Like it's very cheap, very cheap. Someone asked about intricate and delicate cuts.
Yes.
I mean, if it's a project that I can put HTV on and I need to do an intricate cut, I'm going to choose Caesar easyweed. But if it's something that I need to put permanent vinyl on, I'm going to use Starcraft personally.
Okay. Stephanie, can you drop your question one more time because I just did not see it. I apologize. Style Tech vinyl, I feel like we have used before.
Yes, we have some out there. We have some out there, but I don't grab for it.
No, it's not. We have used it. It's not bad. I don't grab for it, first off. Craftables is a small vinyl company in Tennessee.
Oh, I just ordered from Craftables. Y'all, I ordered from Craftables and received my package the next day.
Really?
So they gotta be like in the neighborhood. Like they have to be very close. Yes, and I'm glad that you said that because that package got delivered to my physician's office for some reason.
Oh,
remember?
That's the one that got delivered to the doctor's office.
Yes, I need to go get. Oh wait, Sadie, you did go get that. We got it. We got it. They must be very close though, because I ordered it and we're in East Tennessee, and it was like the next day I got it.
Tina said plastic cup for kids' parties, great for Dollar Tree vinyl. School projects, posters, perfect.
Yes.
Can you put glitter HTV on wood and metal? Yes,
absolutely.
You can. It's a little harder, but yes, you can. Labels, Diane says I use Dollar Tree vinyl for plastic containers and labels. What about puff vinyl? I'm glad you asked that. We're going to be doing one on puff vinyl. Tanner did one video on puff vinyl a while back. He hated it. I think he put too much heat onto it.
Well, so Tanner, since I've been here, they've been like, puff vinyl, didn't really work for us. And then I think Amy Makes That posted one about puff vinyl, and we were like, maybe we should revisit because she seemed to really like it. So we're going to try to revisit and see what we think about it too.
Which Caesar HTV has soft touch like Thermoflex Plus, which can be put on cotton?
What was the question?
Which Caesar HTV has a soft touch like the Thermoflex Plus that can be put on cotton?
The Soft Flex is soft like that.
Yeah, but I think she's talking about like a, kind of like our soft laminate feels. You know what I'm talking, like the soft lam on this?
Yes. I feel like that is what, I feel like Soft Flex feels like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be what feels like that.
So I would assume that Soft Flex, Caesar Soft Flex.
Yeah.
Is what's going to have the closest. I've never used Thermoflex Plus.
Me neither. I haven't either.
So I couldn't really give you the,
right.
I don't know how to say it, like the best advice. I mean, I'm trying my best to.
Someone said paper craft from Hobby Lobby.
Don't even. I don't even want to talk about it. I would rather use Dollar Tree vinyl.
Unless you were in a pinch.
Unless I'm in a pinch.
We're not judging at you if you use it.
No,
I'm just saying, if you've been using that actively and you're a Cricut user and you really want to like level up your crafting game, just place an order with 143 vinyl or wherever. You can go to Michael's. They sell Caesar at Michael's. easyweed. I don't know if they sell Starcraft though. I'm not sure if they sell Starcraft anywhere else.
Starcraft is a 143 vinyl brand.
It's exclusive, right? Okay,
Yes.
okay. So
somebody did ask us why we choose Starcraft, why we like Starcraft. Pretty much because it gives us the best results time and time and time and time again.
Right.
But we're not saying that other brands don't either. It's just, it's kind of one of those things, it's a balancing act. We don't like, it's not that we don't like Oracal, we do. But Starcraft is from a semi-local company that is pretty much a smaller business. So it's like,
two birds with one stone. We love it and we're supporting small businesses.
Yeah. Can you direct me on where I can find how to make a decal? I want to make it in color. Are you talking like a layered permanent vinyl project? Because we have quite a few videos for layered vinyl, like you can do layered color. Or if you want to make a decal that has a full range of color, you can use printable vinyl.
Yes.
And all you have to have is an inkjet printer. So there's a couple different things you can go with that. Tina says, OMG, y'all are mentioning so many vinyls I've never heard of.
Michelle asked about HTV on acrylic. You can, Michelle. You can do it. Now, if you're using a thin vinyl, like the bookmarks that we made for the New Year's Eve event, if you didn't watch that, go watch it. It's very cute. Thin acrylic is going to warp.
I'm going to come over here and sit with you.
If you use a thick acrylic and you put HTV on it, you're fine. I mean, you don't want to like sit there and heat it up forever. And also, I'd recommend using like an easy press, not like an actual heat press to do it. But you should be fine. You just got to be careful.
Ralph says, I'm new. I don't know how to do anything. Ralph, what I suggest you doing, figure out if you're new and you want to make a decal, I would start out with a single color decal. If you are new and you don't know how to do anything, you definitely want to start out with just a single color. Cut one single color with adhesive vinyl. That's going to be your best bet. Also, if you are not part of the Makers Gonna Learn family, we do have, and let me grab this. Let me find it and grab it.
Ralph, I'm going to drop you a link from boot camp last week. It's how to cut and apply vinyl. It's a really good introductory video, I feel like, on how to just do something simple as that. And then Lauren's going to give you details on how to really get into it.
So This is, if you are part of the Makers Gonna Learn family, you get access to the Master Your Cricut in 30-day booklet. And what this is we go through all of the different things that you need to know. We go through, and this has been updated. This is not the new book, this is an older book. But we go through all of the terms, the terminology, how to set your Cricut up, opening design space, working with vinyl, what vinyl you need, all kinds of different things in this book. So if you are a Makers Gonna Learn member, you can check out that 30 Days to Master Your Cricut, okay?
Yes, and that, I mean, we just updated it all, so it's brand new material.
Allison says, I'm a year member and I emailed customer service months ago. Yes, Allison, email them again. I'm sure there was a lot of people at that point that was emailing in and they probably might have just missed your email. Email them again, hi@makersgonnalearn.com. I promise you we're gonna get you a ref guide and a mystery tool, okay?
Yes. A good clear adhesive or HTV vinyl. Clear
HTV, I would go with HTV Ront.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That is...
like to sublimate on?
If you are sublimating on, yeah, I would go with HTV Ront for a clear HTV. As far as a good clear permanent vinyl...
I don't know. I haven't ever used it. I haven't ever used
it either.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We don't have a discount code for 143 Vinyl, but we are affiliated with them. So when you shop our links, it's no charge to you all, but we get like a percentage of the sales.
Yeah, we're not. We just really love them.
Yeah, we literally like their stuff is just genuinely good.
Stephanie says I haven't tried Caesar because I like Thermoflex. I should try others. Well, Stephanie, maybe we should try others. Maybe we should try Thermoflex.
I know. And you know,
I need to write that down on our list, Thermoflex.
I feel like when you start crafting a lot, like you just learn what you like and you get comfortable with it. And that's good in terms of like everyday vinyl uses. Like it's good to find one that you like that works well for you because everybody's going to be different. Some people, we posted a reel today and someone said, I don't like Caesar easyweed, and I thought, how? But you know, that's just, it doesn't work for them.
Everyone has their own opinions. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work, and that's okay.
Exactly.
We're here to accept all of the people who love all of the different vinyls. We're just telling you what we have found works best because we do work with it every day.
Right.
And
Wallacut, I've seen this one a couple times today.
Wallacut.
Walla?
I don't know.
Saying it right.
I need to add that to our list too.
Yes, we will.
There was something. What is the best sticker paper / sticker vinyl? That is a great question. We have two that we've really enjoyed.
Yes.
Zakoto, which you can find it on Amazon. Zicoto. I had to look at that word in my head.
I was telling Lauren, you can't spell words without visualizing them in your brain first. I don't know where I learned that fact, but we were trying to spell prerogative this morning, and I spelled it wrong, and I was like offended at myself because I pride myself on my spelling.
Yes. And then there was another one that, Zakoto was one of the brands, and then we also like the HTV Ront sticker vinyl / sticker paper.
Yes.
Those are our two favorites.
And I just made a recent updated label video doing Cricut labels, and I used both of those sticker papers, and I put Starcraft matte laminate on top of them to make them exceptionally waterproof. They're like waterproof. Ooh. So be looking out for that video.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay.
Do you have a video about printing on clear HTV to use on cotton? So,
I think we do, Jill.
I know I've sublimated, but I don't know about printing on clear HTV.
Oh, okay. We'll put it on the content list. I haven't done that before. I don't think we've done that.
I have never printed on clear HTV. Now, it would have to be a printable material, though.
So we need printable. Listen, there's a lot of crafting inception happening there.
I know. We'll have to look and see if they have that. Because you can they have plenty of people like the Caesar DTV. There's Starcraft has a couple different kinds of printable HTV.
Right.
For light and dark materials.
Yeah.
If I had to go with Starcraft, I would always go with the dark materials, even if I was doing it on light.
Most of the time, it works better. Yeah.
So what it is it will print it on a white piece, but if you're putting it on a white shirt, then you shouldn't see the edge.
Right.
But you can sublimate on clear HTV on cotton.
Right. Anita asks, I know, it's like craft inception. It blows my mind.
That's what I meant. Sublimate. Yes, you can. And I have done that before.
Yeah. Anita says, does HTV work on chalk painted wood? Yes, it does.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we have done that a few times on the channel.
Jill says sublimate. Yes, Jill, you can sublimate on clear HTV. It works wonders. Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. Well, if y'all were new here and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to hang out with these people all the time. They're my most favorite YouTubers ever.
I don't know why I'm not that cool.
Laura's cool. Don't let her fool you. But we're doing our code. We're doing our code today. We're doing our special today for the Cricut beginner sale. It's $40 off of our yearly membership using the code BEST, and y'all can hang out with us all the time, year round.
We're doing our Hafter Cracks.
Our Hafter Cracks. You can join us for Hafter Cracks. But we do, like, I don't know if we mentioned that we do master classes and we've got a Facebook group and like all of this fun stuff for you all. So
yeah,
if you're new and you're like, there's so much, I'm overwhelmed by all of the things out there for Cricut, like tutorials and stuff. When you get into our membership, we have videos like the 30 days to master your Cricut. That's a whole course that you can complete in a couple weeks even, that teaches you from start to finish, like opening your Cricut to like everything basic for your Cricut you're going to learn in that 30 days to master your Cricut. And that's just one thing we offer you all within the membership. So if y'all want to join, Sadie dropped a link for you all. And yeah, everyone's being so nice today.
I know.
Y'all are so nice.
We love you so much.
Oh, hearts. Okay, well, we'll be back next Wednesday. Oh,
that's
weird.
so weird.
I feel like it's
normally
so far.
Normally it's like tomorrow.
I know. Normally it's like the next day. So we'll see y'all next Wednesday. And I think we're doing a craft next Wednesday, or is it? I don't know.
We should be.
We better be. I know. I really hope that we are.
One thing that I want to say is we had a friend that said all of this sounds fantastic, but I just feel so ignorant. Please do not feel ignorant. This is a learning curve. Do not get discouraged. Please, please, please don't get discouraged. If you are thinking about, if you are not part of the membership with us, one thing that keeps us apart, or where we stand out as far as Cricut Access, which I will say this, I have noticed that Cricut Access started doing education. I don't know if they took it from our playbook or what they did.
They might have.
I'm just joking. But we like to walk with you hand in hand to make sure that you don't feel that way, because you shouldn't, because it really is something that's easy to learn and will benefit you so much throughout your life.
Right. So next Wednesday, we're going to be talking about mastering Design Space. So that's going to be really fun if you're a beginner. So we're going to get into Design Space and like show y'all all of our favorite things that we use.
You know me, one thing I didn't do today, I didn't throw out my hacks because I didn't have any hacks.
It's okay, Lauren. We know you're the hack queen.
But let me tell you, next week, if I'm the one hosting,
I think it's better.
Well, Alicia better. I'm gonna make sure she throws out some hacks.
Listen, sometimes I be showing y'all stuff and not calling it a hack, and so
it's a hack.
It is. I know. I'll bring my best. Okay, I'll bring it.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Roxy Lexus. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yay. Okay, we'll see y'all next week.